Episode 6 of Spider-Man Drop of Blood. Peter and Gwen are walking in the park. Peter says, "So would you come from?" Gwen says, "Indiana, I live there until the attack." Peter says, "The hell attack? Why'd you move here? I mean, we had a rhino attack just last month. A guy made of electricity attacked the city 2 weeks ago. Why here? And last year alien lizards attacked the city. It wasn't for Iron Man and War Machine and rescue wouldn't be here. New York isn't that safe of a place." Gwen says, "I know, but my parents sent me here, and since I walked at Oscorp I can go to Empire State University." Peter says, "That's a good school. I don't even think I could get in there." Gwen says, "Me too, but I got to try it. It's my dream. I need to go there. My family, we were poor. We always have been, and then we lost everything in the attack. We lost everything that day. Our home, my parents' jobs. I lost my brother. I lost my boyfriend. 2 months later my parents used all the money they have left and sent me here if I can get that school. And I have to repay them. I have to. I'm sorry." Peter says, "Don't be. I know it's like to lose people. I lost my aunt and uncle, my pants, and my grandpa last month. He died shot." Gwen says, "That sucks." Norman is standing in front of a jail cell and says, "You there? Hello, Mac Goggin, aka Scorpion's son. How would you like to finish your dad start at?" Mac says, "Norman Osborn, what are you doing now? You know the boss, he hired my dad. Take out the Ghost Rider. Didn't work. What's in it for me?" Norman says, "Freedom and money." Mac says, "Sounds good, but one thing, why do you work for the boss? And I'm surprised he wants me. Not really, but what did you get yourself into? Let me guess, your company is going down, down, down." Norman says, "It's none of your business." Norman for the key out of his pocket and put it in the lock, unlocking the prison door. "Let's go." Norman and Mac in a car. Mac looks out. "I abandoned school." Mac says, "My dad said the base was at warehouse." Norman says, "We had to go here. Spider-Man found us." Norman and Mac go inside the school, inside the gym, with Adrian walking out and with 6 guys at each door with guns. Adrian says, "Norman, you can leave." Norman says, "Yes, sir." Norman walks out. Adrian says, "You helped your dad make the first Scorpion suit. Was impressive. Sadly wasn't good enough, but I can help." Adrian hands Mac a folder. Mac says, "What is this?" Adrian says, "Open it." Mac, "This is my target." Adrian says, "Targets?" Mac says, "Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider. Like you have no idea who they are." "Where's my suit?" Adrian and Mac walks into a classroom with a Scorpion suit on a suit stand. Mac says, "What's it made out of?" Adrian says, "Graphene." Mac says, "I don't know what that is." Adrian says, "It's a graphene. The tensile strength and elastic modulus of graphene are 125 GPa and 1.1 TPa. respectively, and its strength is 100 times that of ordinary steel. Bags made of graphene, which can hold about 2 tons of weight, are by far the strongest material known." Mac says, "Sounds good. I need to suit up." Mac puts on the legs, the chest, the arms, and the tail comes out, and then he puts on the helmet. Adrian says the poison is 36 amino acid. Mac thanks. Peter and Gwen are standing outside apartment. Gwen says, "Thanks for the fun." Peter says, "No problem," and Gwen kisses Peter on the cheek and walks inside, closing the door back at the spider cave. Harry is trying to unlock the files. An alarm goes off with the computer screen changing into the map of the city and with a red dot showing up on the city. Harry says, "Villain a lot." Harry Paxton into the police scanners. One of the police officers yells, "1080, some kind of guy and a Scorpion suit. 6 cups down, send backup now." Harry grabs his phone and calls Peter. Peter looks at his phone while walking down the stairs, and Anne says, "Harry's call." Peter says, "What's going on?" "Someone's going on downtown. Get there. My suit just finished. I'll meet you there." Peter says, "On it." Peter goes inside a alley. Peter starts to run in the alley, and with black tentacles coming out of his back, laughing around his body, rubbing around his leg, arm, and head with the black tentacles become his suit, and Peter starts swinging into the city. Back in the spider cave, Harry goes to the suit maker, grabbing his suit and suiting up while injecting the serum into his arm. Scorpion is attacking the city. He is holding a police officer by the neck, snapping his neck. Peter swings in and says, "A bug. You didn't pay for killing that cop." "Killing these cops?" Scorpion says, "Like the new outfit." Scarlet Spider swings in behind Spider-Man. Scorpion says, "Happy both can make it. Let's dance." Scarlet Spider does a backflip, shooting webs at Scorpion, trying to hold his arm down. Spider-Man grabs Scorpion's tail. Scorpion's tail starts to Shaken, Peter falls to the ground, a green dagger dripping green in the tail stabs Scarlet Spider in the arm. Spider-Man gets up and yells, "No, Spider-Man!" Black tentacles come out of his back, wrapping itself around Scorpion. Peter's voice starts to darken when Peter says, "Die!" Scorpion says, "Do it," in a sonic blast hits Peter with the black tentacles, leaving Scorpion. The suit starts to freak out. Peter sees a guy with a sonic gun. Peter puts his hand out and black tentacles wrap around the guy's gun, breaking it with the tentacles, becoming the suit again with the tentacles start to wrap around Peter's body with Peter growing. Peter's yellow spider symbol becomes red with his eyes turning red and his mask becoming a face and with teeth growing from the face. The black creature yells, "Die!" Scorpion says, "Hell no," and Scorpion becomes a green glow and disappears. The black teacher jumps up, grabbing the guy who was using the sonic gun and starts to choke him, biting his face off. The creature turns back into Peter and Peter grabs Harry, swinging him to the spider cave. Peter puts Harry on the table and the spider cave. Peter takes Harry's mask off. Peter says, "Computer scan." The computer says if the poison hits his heart he will die. Peter says, "Scan the poison." The black tentacles weapon on his face with his mask disappearing. The computer says, "I can create a Kia. I am starting on it right now. It will be done in a few minutes." Peter gravity syringe and he grabs a bottle of a blue liquid, put it in the syringe and injecting it into Harry. A few hours go by and Peter is back in his normal clothes. Harry wakes up and sits up. Harry says, "I hate scorpions." Peter says, "You'll be fine." Harry says, "That's good." Peter and Haley are at school. Flash grabs Peter's backpack and says, "Thanks for the bag." Peter says, "Keep it back." Ugly Flash says, "You think you're talking to me? I will beat your ass." Peter says, "Bring it." Harry says, "Hey, let's calm down." Peter says, "Stay out of it." Harry says, "Whatever," and Haley walks away. Peter pushes Flash to the ground and Flash gets up, starting the fight. Peter tackles Flash to the ground and starts punching Flash. Peter grabs Flash's on and breaks it. Peter says, "Why getting up? I win." Mac says he turned into some kind of creature, but I know I can kill him next. I'm just asking for one more chance to finish him off. Adrian said, "Do it." Peter, Haley walk at school. Harry says, "What was that? You broke his arm. He had to go to the hospital and you're suspended. What's going on?" Peter says, "For one, shut up, get off my back. For two, how about you inject yourself from with some serum and say it to my face." A massive explosion happens with the scorpion jumping out of a building. Harry says, "I'll grab my suit." Peter says, "Don't bother, but just get your ass kicked again. I'll do it myself." Peter goes into a alley and black tentacles slap around his body and becoming his suit. Peter swings and tackles Scorpion. Scorpion punches Spider-Man with Spider-Man falling to the ground but getting right back up. Spider-Man jumps up, grabbing Scorpion's tail and breaks the tail and looking at the poison dagger in the tail, stabbing it into Scorpion's hot. Spider-Man says, "Strongest material, my ass." Scarlet Spider swings in, grabbing Peter and throwing him in an alley. Scarlet Spider says, "You're not my friend. Something's wrong with you." Spider-Man looks at School of Spiders on and sees a sonic glove. Scarlet Spider says, "You like it? I built it. You need to calm down. If I'm correct, sonic waves will stop that suit from taking control of you again. Call it." Spider puts his hand out and sound waves start hitting Spider-Man with the black suit starts freaking out, turning into tentacles. Scarlet Spider says, "Peter, remember." Spider-Man suit starts to rip up. Spider-Man's mask starts to freak out and you can see Peter do the mask. Peter says, "Help." Scarlet Spider says, "Remember who you are." Peter gets visions of Peter and Harry taking out Mysterio and then another vision of Harry saying, "You're my best friend. Of course I know who you are, Vigilante, not a good name," and another vision of Gwen kissing Peter on the cheek. Peter opens his eyes and such, grabbing the black suit and ripping it off, ripping the suit off until all the tentacles are on his arm and throwing the black tentacle creature at the wall with the black tentacle creature on the ground, going into the Silas. Scarlet Spider says, "You good." Peter says, "One of that was, it's not tech, it's alive. It took control of me. I couldn't control what I was saying or doing. I killed Scorpion." Scarlet Spider says, "No, he's alive badly, but he's in the hospital. He survived." Penis and Harry are back at the spider cave. Harry says, "Your vitals are back to normal." And and Harry are back at the spider cave. Harry says your vitals are back to normal and your brainwaves, but you're suspended flag a whole week, so have fun with that. Peter says yay, we got to find that creature. He says we will. Flash is in the hospital with a cast. Harry looks up and she's a black tentacle creature, with the creature jumping on Flash with black tentacles wrapping around Flash body, with the cast breaking with Flash arm healing the black tentacles wrapped around his body, with Flash closing his eyes, and when he opens them his eyes are red. Flash is on the rooftop of the hospital. Flash is the monster Peter became when he lost control. The face of the creature disappears and Flash's face is replaced. Tentacles go in front of him and it is the creature's face. The creature says, I can help you because we can help each other, because you want Peter Parker dead and so do I. He betrayed me, he broke your arm, he embarrassed you. Harry Osborn is Scarlet Spider and that means Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Flash looks at the future and says I'm in. The creature turns in the tentacles and wraps around Flash's face. Why? Flash says in a darker voice, we are Venom.